Hello everybody and welcome to another Beyond All Reason video. Today we have a 1v1 back on the Pools of Ilys with two APM members. We have C3B0 here and their opponent over here, Heavywater. Now Heavywater is only just slightly below OS of C3. We're talking 46 and 47, so extremely close between the two players here. And the map, you've seen it all before. It's a known and loved 1v1 map, Pools of Ilys. These pools, obviously, as we've mentioned before, just kind of serve to be a bit of a roadblock. Don't really serve much purpose other than that. Tidal is pretty good on this map with a strength of 20, but we don't tend to see anyone actually using it. And both players choosing a relatively symmetrical-ish start position. C3 has gone, and this is so you're aware, Heavy is here compared to C3. So C3 is going to be quicker expanding along the bottom. You can see he's got a con already going out towards where the geo is, but ignoring the geo point. These geo points, I don't often see people use them, except this one sometimes gets built. And but he will be slower expanding north, whereas Heavywater should be somewhat balanced. Now there is a couple of ticks making its way around the base of Heavywater here, but with so many grunts out and about, I doubt that these ticks will get any value here at all. And there we go, tick destroyed. So we have Armada versus Cortex game today, and they're the correct colors as well, which makes a change. Actual red versus blue. Now, although C3 does have a quicker route down here to his corner, with Heavywater using his commander here to expand, he actually may end up getting there a lot quicker than C3 potentially expects. Let's have a quick look at the player's expansion. So we have only two cons expanding for C3, with one Resbot there also getting energy and expanded with his commander. He has one constructor in base, building wins with one con turret. And for Heavywater here, no con turret yet, but two cons building energy in base and two cons expanding. So C3 is technically down one constructor, but up one construction turret. And you can see that the construction turret giving that extra build power here, which is why he technically has more build power. Attempted sneaky attack there, didn't work out for Heavywater, as the Resbot and the metal extractor are still well and truly alive. And a well-placed LLT does leave a very tiny gap for units to get past here, but as long as you see that coming, you can block it pretty well. A lot of LLTs being built by C3, literally almost doubling up on LLTs on every single metal extractor. And due to that choice, we can see that he's kind of expanding a lot slower. Like, considering where he spawned, building the double LLT here has made it so that Heavywater can kind of catch up along the top here. Now, surprisingly, C3's comm is actually catching up, considering he had to walk extra distance. Heavywater's comm is just finishing off here, so he's two metal extractors behind. He has built less in the way of overall LLTs, though. Now, army value is looking a bit grim for C3 right now. 60-70% difference. This is a big group of grunts sat there right in the center. But these LLTs will do fine for now, but obviously give it time and they're not going to really help too much. And If you're wondering why is C3 building a LLT there rather than just 2 here, we'll get back to that in a second. That trade does go in favor of Heavywater, and Heavywater not only gets an LLT but a construction bot, which is a debris, so it's not even resable. But very quickly, if I press F2 here, you can see units can path around that bottom of that hill. So that is that's why he built the LLT there. So that you don't end up having units just flank round, get that metal extractor, and then get through to free reign, which is exactly what can happen on this end. He can go behind this hill and he can get through, get that metal extractor, maybe be able to go around here, get this one, and then move on. Interestingly though, Heavywater has capped the air mechs as well, whereas C3 hasn't. C3 going into some very risky fights here, losing all of his units, and also kind of losing his front line at the bottom. Now with a single LLT here, Commander can just walk and degun that. C3 is not doing well in the center at all either. He did manage to res the LLT, which is actually kind of helped. And now because of all the resing, he's actually very, very drastically managed to change the hold in the center. But this is a problem down at the bottom. And he can push through quite effectively there. Now, C3 building a vehicle lab and prepping some bombers. His opponent has gone vehicles, but no air planned yet. Air transport's actually moving Centurions up to the front line here. He may be going for a Centurion drop. We've actually seen that a lot more often recently, and it's really funny to see players experimenting more with Centurions, well, with airdrops in general. I love to see it, and we'll see how much damage they are able to inflict as the Centurions make their way in. Getting split out here as well. Look how quickly they make short work of those solar panels. But one of them getting eaten. Could have been worse. Managing to get 1, 2, 3, 4 solars. Couple of wins. I don't know if that was really worth the cost of 2 Centurions, but meanwhile, C3 makes a bit of a push here in the center. D-gun's a twin guard. That's extremely lucky. His comms at half health. There's still an air transport. What? There's just an air transport sat in the middle of the base. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. C3, you realize how many enemy units there are? Just no, he didn't have a radar. Oh, this could be bad. The friendly bombers, although also kill the Centurion, do take out a large quantity of those units. And now bombing your own unit buildings is not great. These windmills have been spread out quite a bit that actually it's mitigated some of the damage. I mean, there's still one guy left that's just going, I'm just going to get some free damage here. Some pick up that. I'll pick up that. Oh no, I'll take one of those. Now, the energy storage is still alive, so even losing quite a lot of energy production here, a lot more damage inflicted here, I would say, as opposed to the several solars. Now, the bombers did go in again, and this time around do get a bit more. Oh, and the death charge of that getting another windmill as well. So both players basically having their energy neutered quite a bit, but C3 is not looking in a great spot here. Heavywater has pushed up very far along the bottom, which is the side that he should have been winning. building plenty of LLTs. The forces that were going there have now been rerouted into the center. Pounders making their way out, marching ever forward, just absolutely destroying those pawns. Janus is doing their job at just keeping back, just plinking a rocket or two over every now and again. C3 actually going for Tidals. Heavywater has now spotted it. It's like, what the heck are you doing in my pond? Get out of the pond. But now C3B has a problem. His commander is going to get trapped in that pond now. And unless he gets air transported out. Oh, okay. Heavywater did not follow the commander and instead followed the units. Army value 84% to Heavywater right now, which is a tremendous number. And with a bunch of pounders joining this central army, Centurions are great and all, but they are not anywhere near as good as pounders are on defense. Meanwhile, economy stats, metal produced is 7% difference between the two players. It's only 2k. And energy is, well, quite a lot of Ks, but equal numbers still, 8%. As we see, C3 still has the build power. He's just lacking energy right now. But other than that, map control is definitely advantage Heavywater. And there is not anywhere near enough AA here. And as this wave of shurikens will be about to wash over this blue army, this whole blue army will get taken out. One AA and one Whistler. It's going to need a lot more. This is one thing I do like to see. He knows that this is all LLTs down here. So just sending just two Whistlers down here on a fight move to slowly whittle down this. No attention having to be given to it. Just slowly get rid of it. Oh. C3's comm goes up through that pond and D-guns. D-guns the Geo. Can he make it back into the water in time? Yes, he can. 40% health. But we already see torpedoes being built on the shoreline here to stop C3 doing that again. And realistically, he needs to be careful because he is surrounded on all sides. There's already one torpedo defense there, one there, and one there. And there is going to be this very, very small avenue where he's going to be able to run out from. And if he sits his commander right in the center, he may be okay for now, at least. This is not looking good. C3 getting his commander trapped up there. It's going to be difficult for him to extract it. He heard the torpedo noise. Oh, they're going for the AA. What are you going to do now, C3? How are you going to get out of this one? So the positioning of the army of C3 here to try and be able to defend this commander, but by doing that leaves a huge hole along the bottom here. Centurions try and defend, but I think he's going to say it may be useful for him to go like this. Now the vehicles will not be able to take that path, only bots, but I don't know. It's kind of safer to stay there, really. Unless he can get an air transport and get his comm moved like up here, then he might be safe, at least from land. But although we see C3 has gone Tech 2 now and has gone Tech 2 vehicles, his opponent has gone Tech 2 air for the torpedo bombers. He really wants him out of that pond. There's like other options he could have chose, but no. He could have built amphibious comms and just creeped like torpedo defenses in the water. But But no, he's going to invest in an entire Tech 2 air factory just to build some torpedo bombers. Well, this is interesting army positioning here from C3. He is sending his entire army. Nope, he was full sending his entire army. He's keeping his Centurions back, but this is a large amount of pawns. And pawns not quite as effective at dealing with shurikens as grunts are, but this army now has no spam to protect its vulnerable units. And the Centurions and Janissaries get collapsed on ever so quickly and get completely destroyed. And that is going to be a full army wipe, basically, from C3. At the same time, C3 did start to get torpedo bombed, but he just walked out the water instead. And although some damage inflicted on the base, again, by these pawns, not really anything of value. And as this huge tank force now makes its way, C3 now retreats back into the water. But bear in mind that he has no more bot edition, Heavywater. He does have vehicles though, so he's continuing to produce Tech 1 tanks. And army value is not changing anytime soon. Now we are starting to see some bulls coming out. What happened to the Tech 2 artillery? He sent them around the bottom? Okay, all right. C3, what are you doing? Are they really just gonna hug to death? Oh, is he capturing it? He's capturing it! Will it be enough to turn the tide? It
Commander
is.
destroyed.
Oh, well played, Heavy there. I mean, a bit of a risky way to end it, I guess.
Battle ended.
Yeah, C3 just not really able to pull it off there. Well played, both players. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. It was quite a funny match. I'll see you all next time.